kills me when I get to this little stuff. I always struggled with a way to process that stuff down. If I put it on my log deck, it ends up pulling it off. If you cut it on the ground, you're running your chain in the dirt nonstop. I just was accumulating piles of it, and it's a shame to let it go. I hate watching it go to waste. I had an idea. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. Most of you guys already know, but I cut and split my own firewood for my heat source back there. We heat our home with an outdoor wood burner from October to mid-April. So today is April 3rd. We've got probably another 2 weeks or so, at least, looking at the 10-day. Also, I sell firewood, and I only sell bundles, a couple of loose stacks, but mainly bundles is what I like to deal with. I struggle with what to do with all the little stuff. So you guys know when you're cutting firewood, you end up with a ton of the smaller diameter stuff that really doesn't need to be split. It definitely needs to be cut. But I always struggled with a way to process that stuff down. If I put it on my log deck, it ends up pulling it off. If you cut it on the ground, you're running your chain in the dirt nonstop. I just was accumulating piles of it. So this pile here is still probably good. I've got another pile of it over there that I'm probably just gonna burn or let rot away to nothing. It's like 3 or 4 years old, and it's a shame to let it go. I hate watching it go to waste. So I came up with this thing right here. I don't know whose video I was watching a while ago, but I was watching him cut off of a sawbuck, and I'm like, that would be perfect. I could probably put 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks of that stuff all at one time in the sawbuck and cut it without it rolling all over the place, without it jumping at me and you know, running the risk of cutting myself or hurting myself one way or the other. So that's the plan today, is I'm gonna try to get all this stuff cut down. I'll get the sawbuck opened up, get some stuff on it. I'll explain to you how I built it. Unfortunately, I lost all the footage of me building it. I was trying to be slick and record multiple videos at once, and one morning I had a little time while I was waiting for the engineer to come out, and I was in the garage, filmed it all, time lapse, and I was gonna do a little voiceover explaining what I did, but I deleted it all when I uploaded some other footage, and I'm not sure what I was doing, but either way, it's gone, so I'll have to just kind of show you. The sawbuck is in place. Man, is it muddy out here. So as you see, just pressure treated 2x4s, nothing fancy. There is 6 8-foot 2x4s that I used, cut them all in half. For the legs, I cut 30-degree angles on the bottom so that when it's opened up, it lays flat. The other 2 that I cut in half are just as supports, one on the bottom and one on the top. And the top one acts as a stop, so when you open it up, it opens up to that. It won't open up farther. So as you put weight in there, you don't have to worry about it springing open on you. And I used 5/8 carriage bolts down here, and on the back side, right there, I have just nylock locking nuts with a big washer so that I don't have to over tighten them, and they can open and close relatively smooth. Right now it's kind of hard because the lumber's still wet, so as it shrinks, it'll get a lot easier. I think as I load this up from the backside, I can just grab those logs out of the pile by hand, throw them up there. I'm not overly concerned about the length of the firewood when I get done. As long as it's 2 foot or less, we'll be good to go, because like I said, all this is going to go in the boiler. So either way, let's get the saw and we'll do a little cutting. Maybe, who knows? See how this goes. pretty good. I mean, there's definitely a learning curve. I got to do a better job of getting them stacked up in there so that they don't try to tip all over the place, but it was a whole lot better than running my chain into the dirt. Now, I got to pick it all up. That's why I have 2 totes staged, one on either side. Should make it pretty easy. We shall see. Basket number 1 that's 2/3 full, and the other one is just about half. So at about, I don't know, what's that, basket and a quarter or so, I'd say, of just limb wood processed down. I've got everything that's little pretty much taken care of. There's these couple of cherry logs, but they're muddy, so I don't really want to cut those yet because I'm not done cutting for the day. But I'm pretty sure it's going to dull my chain as soon as I do it, so we're going to hold off on that. Everything else I'm going to have to regroup because it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I didn't know all this big stuff was underneath there, and I guess I did know at some point, but I just had forgotten because I piled all the other stuff on top of it. But the goal is to get this stuff cleaned up. Like I said, we got to get that Shelter Logic shed in a box put up so that I can bring the tractor out here always, and the bundler and everything else, and then hopefully stop driving all over the place in the yard with the tractor and ruining it. That would be the plan, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to go right here, like I talked about earlier. We got to get some trees down though. A couple of ash trees over there, a couple cherry trees, lots of ash trees out there. If you can't see, I don't know if the camera picks up the striping of the bark, but it's everywhere. If they're not dead, they will be soon, unfortunately, and it's going to be more than I could ever keep up with for sure, but I'll do my best as it falls down or I get the opportunity to get it cut. It's a shame, but you know, that's how it is. The ash borer beetle has ruined it for everybody everywhere. Hopefully the little ones growing up make it, but we will see. Either way, I'd say sawbuck is a win. Being able to get that stuff up off the ground and get it cut without hitting the ground 50 times and running the chain in the mud and just spending more time sharpening than anything else. I'm happy with it. And I did have a bit of a mix-up or two. Maybe you see right there, the bar hit there. The bar, I really got into it right there. Unfortunately, a couple other times, didn't take me long to figure out to keep the damn saw away from the 2x4s. But I guess you get carried away, get going, and not paying attention. So hopefully I can stop that, or I'm gonna have to rebuild it sooner than I thought. I don't know, like I said, this is bigger than I thought, so most of that's gonna be probably boiler wood because it's kind of punky. It's mostly maple now, and I'm sure it's past its shelf life, so to speak. It'll make okay boiler wood, but it's not going to be great for bundles, but that's fine. I'll get it to use. We won't waste it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. We'll see you.